We believed that he was hacked, and he's telling the truth. Unfortunately, I wish we could have seen it sooner. But no, we just jumped to conclusions and just said it was him. It's him. It's him. I was also called dumbfounded by one of his family members. I know it was a stupid move on me. I take full responsibility of it. Maybe it was the hacker the whole time, tricking us, making us think it was Kam RR, making us be the bad guy towards a victim that Kam RR had no control over. And I gotta apologize for that. I gotta say sorry. I really got to thinking though. What if? And this might be a huge jump on my favorite, but what if the hacker was Kam RR? Now you might be thinking to yourselves, Jose, that's impossible. How can Kam RR be the hacker? And that's true. But there's a lack of evidence on his end. Now, as you say that this so-called hacker hacked his channel, he wouldn't be able to get inside of his main channel. He would send us some screenshots, evidence, proof of it. But no, lack of evidence. Unfortunately, there was no proof to be seen. There was only his words to say, I was hacked, but I have everything under control on this very post that I'm showing you right now. That's what he said. He's just shocked that the hacker got his channel. But again, he would have shown more proof of it. But unfortunately, no proof came forward on his end. So let me give you the proof that I know it might be Kam RR pretending to be a hacker. Now, let's start off with the first evidence. Racist slurs, No, multiple racist slurs to make him look the full racist guy, That's still racist and everything. Saying oh, I hate all my hard R's. Oh, I hate the black stuff, I hate the colored ones, all that. But there was no post from the hacker. I remember there was one post, this post, saying, to all my haters, I hope you KYS yourself, and you're all N-words. That was it. That was the post. Until magically, I went back to it to see if it was still up. This was a couple of days ago. And it was mysteriously gone. They would have kept it up. Here's the strange thing. They didn't keep it up. Which got me to thinking, hacker wouldn't delete it. They would have kept it up. No hacker would never pull back on the double down. They would double down on everything to make sure the channel gets terminated or deleted, to make sure they got rid of permanently. But no, they didn't. That smells like a bit of cam work. That's right. Because we all know who deletes videos that double downs on people and then pulls back on it. Kam RR. For example, my short that I made about him. He made a reaction video about it. Then, mysteriously, a couple days later, boom, deleted. And then he made an exposing video on me for making an exposing video about him. And then, when I made my reply video, boom, deleted. The Benny Morris YT exposing video. A couple days later, boom, deleted. Who does that? Kam RR. Same with the live streams. He talks about us, or talks about someone, specifically. One day later, or a couple days later, boom, deleted. It shows. No hacker would pull back and delete it. They would double down. They would make him look bad. Then, we go to the comments. Expecting a hacker comment, you know? No. There's a comment saying, I don't care. And then there was one of my subscribers that was saying, I'm reporting you. You're getting banned. And then, in this, I'll show you more. He's replying very Kam way. Saying, I don't care. Oh, I'm reporting you. And the subscriber says, you're false reporting me. And then, yeah, you can see it. This is not hacker material work. This is Kam work. This is Kam RR work. Which means the hacker is not real. You might be thinking to yourselves, slow down, Jose. There is no way, an impossibility, not be Kam RR. It's impossible. It does, if you actually look at the evidence. You remember where I explained where if he was actually hacked, he would show us evidence, proof, and everything. Nothing. Dead silence on his end. The only thing we have is his word. Okay? That's it. We're supposed to take his word for it. That's not the person I am. I need flying evidence before I can take your word. If I don't have proof or evidence, then I can't trust you. Comments to the evidence, lack of evidence and proof, to not double downing as the hacker, they say. The hacker would have done worse to this channel. And they haven't. So, Kam RR, we can see that the hacker that you so-called say is making you look bad. But in reality, it is you. If you actually have evidence that actually backs up your claim for this hacker so-called, that is probably not you. We're not pointing fingers at you. If you can actually prove us evidence, maybe. But if the evidence does not make sense, Kam RR, you are the person that's in control of that channel. You can play games, you can be dumb, play stupid all you want, but we're on to you. If you cannot show your evidence, then it is you that is the hacker. I'm done. See you later. I'm out.